I have lived long enough to know that things never remain quite the same for very long. One of the things that has not changed all that much for me is the celebration of Christmas. It remains a time when I try to put aside the anxieties of the moment and remember that Christ was born to bring peace and tolerance to a troubled world. The birth of Jesus naturally turns our thoughts to all newborn children and what the future holds for them. The birth of a baby brings great happiness, but then the business of growing up begins.
You've just completed baby Jesus.
It is a process that starts within the protection and care of parents and other members of the family, including the older generation. Dedicated teachers, friends and voluntary workers, like these here at Southwark Cathedral, have much to contribute.
It'll be a triptych. It means that it can be mobile, so it can be moved
that's
about.
a good idea, isn't it?
Yeah, and hopefully displayed in different schools as well.
Mm-hmm. How do you make them stick? Like that?
Yeah, they're just going to go right round his head.
Is that gold leaf?
It is.
Sort of.
It's sort of. It's actually a substitute.
It's coming off on one's fingers.
Yeah.
It's very messy.
It's very hard.
It's quite good fun though. What's the betting that all mine will fall off first? Obviously when it's upright it'll be much easier to see, won't it? You know. As with any team, there is strength in combination. What grandparent has not wished for the best possible upbringing for their grandchildren, or felt an enormous sense of pride at their achievements? But despite the many community projects like this one, the pressures of modern life sometimes seem to be weakening the links which have traditionally kept us together as families and communities. It should twinkle rather well, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
In the lights.
Looks brilliant. Yeah.
As children grow up and develop their own sense of confidence and independence in the ever-changing technological environment, there is always the danger of a real divide opening up between young and old, based on unfamiliarity, ignorance, or misunderstanding. It is worth bearing in mind that all of our faith communities encourage the bridging of that divide. The wisdom and experience of the great religions point to the need to nurture and guide the young and to encourage respect for the elderly. Christ himself told his disciples to let the children come to him, and St. Paul reminded parents to be gentle with their children and children to appreciate their parents. The scriptures and traditions of the other faiths enshrine the same fundamental guidance. It is very easy to concentrate on the differences between the religious faiths and to forget what they have in common.
Allahu Akbar.
People of different faiths are bound together by the need to help the younger generation to become considerate and active citizens.
Allahu Akbar.
And there is another cause for hope, that we can do better in the future at bridging the generation gap.
If you want to vote, and you sign in, and then you have to put your name on, and then your date of birth. No, you give your age away then, you see.
Older people remain more active for longer. The opportunities to look for new ways to bring young and old together are multiplying.
That's your answer.
As I look back on these past 12 months, marked in particular for me by the very generous response to my 80th birthday. I especially value the opportunities I've had to meet young people. I am impressed by their energy and vitality, and by their ambition to learn and to travel. It makes me wonder what contribution older people can make to help them realize their ambitions. I am reminded of a lady of about my age who was asked by an earnest little granddaughter the other day, "Granny, can you remember the Stone Age?" Whilst that may be going a bit far, the older generation are able to give a sense of context as well as the wisdom of experience, which can be invaluable. Such advice and comfort are probably needed more often than younger people admit or older people recognize. I hope that this is something that all of us, young or old, can reflect on at this special time of year. For Christians, Christmas marks the birth of our Saviour. But it is also a wonderful occasion to bring the generations together in a shared festival of peace, tolerance and goodwill. I wish you all a very happy Christmas together.